All right, y'all. Bearder Bros Golf Show back again for another week. I'm Rod.
And Marcus.
Interesting part, and we're going to get into it when we talk about the Matsuyama and why he was able to kind of dominate on some holes where people struggled this week. It was very interesting to see how many pulls and people were really struggling to start the ball on the left hand side this week and just let it turn over,
Yeah,
including people who traditionally
fade the ball.
have a reliable cut, like a Gary
Yep.
Woodland.
Or
Was having a
JT.
really hard time with that. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a good transition. Let's get into it. Let me load up this slide just to kind of show how dominant Hideki Matsuyama was in his final round today. Bad. All right, so this should be up. Hideki Matsuyama greatness. So I'll have the scorecard pulled up here. Again, a clean card. The man did not have a bogey at all. Um, came out hot first three holes, which when you look at people's scores today, if you weren't birdieing hole number one, you were already losing strokes to the field. That was really the case
Yeah.
all week. You
hmm
had to birdie number one. It's an easy hole. You're getting there in two for the most part, or around the green in two. Um, Bonus points for birdie in two and three, and number three was a chip in from off the green. So
Mm.
let's pull this slideshow up. So pretty traditional. Just the PGA Tour layout. You see how he just short on number one with the second shot. Had a really efficient chip um, right underneath the hole. I was able
hmm
to tap in for bird. Again, number two, um, long par four hole. Puts it in the middle of the fairway. This is the one. Sorry that he chipped in. The number two. That was a really nice chip in. Bonus points. You don't really expect that, but again, dude was dialed in. Either way, it would have been a simple, tap in for par.
Yeah.
Again, playing middle of the green, you're going to see a trend on his approaches.
hmm
Number three hits the center of the green above the hole, puts it in. Three straight birdies to open up. Really, from holes number four on to about nine, pretty ho hum, right? We're just playing solid golf. Hits it long on this par three, gets up and down. I think the when I looked at the kind of the breakdown, he was inches from the hole when he chipped in or chipped up.
hmm
Easy tap in for the par. Again, another easy par on the card.
Yeah.
Um, just more of the same. Number six missed the green, or no, two putted after hitting the green. Middle of the green again. Again, the trend. Pretty straightforward stuff. Um, Middle of the green. Surprising? No.
Yeah.
Two putt. Number 10. This is where we start turning up. Number 10, we know this is the famous drivable par four for this course. Risk reward. There was a lot of risk this week. Players were really struggling with number 10. I, I didn't see many people play this very well. Luke List lost his crap yesterday on this particular hole. They
Yep.
get cute in the bunker, especially the bunker short right. But Hideki, short of the green, chips up, makes the putt. What'd you think of number 10 this week and how it played? I don't know. I saw more people hooking it into the left than I traditionally have seen, especially on rounds two and three.
I think number 10 is going to be a headache for forever because people don't want to make up their minds. People have pride. They're young. They want to just drive the green. Then they come out of it trying to just like mash a three wood instead of just hitting like a bunt driver or hitting a driver and going into the bunker. But when you have to do that, you have to rely on a good lie in the bunker. You got to make sure that you're getting the right kicks and stuff like that. So I get it. Me personally, if I wasn't really feeling it with the driver, we're going to iron and I'm just hitting a wedge. But
I
even then,
know.
like people are like, they don't want to relinquish that though. Like people are
I
so goofy. They're just like, Well, I don't really, I don't know. So they'd rather hit like a 20 or 30-yard chip to this crazy shaped green instead of playing an 80-yard shot with their 58 where they know they can create spin
With
and
spin.
know they
Exactly.
right with spin. So I don't know why they choose to play like this, but again, a perfect example. Patrick Cantlay. Patrick Cantlay ended up in that front side bunker and it screwed up because then he ended up
Yeah.
making a bogey. He had to play one bunker shot. Then he ended up in another bunker. Then he chipped out. He didn't really have a flat lie. He had a decent lie, but he had to put crazy spin on it. Still chased out to 12 feet right on the fringe. Missed the putt. Couldn't read it. Rory in the booth giving him the read. Yeah, I had this putt the opposite side. Mine broke right, left to right. So his should break a little bit left. He played it left to right. Never even touched the cup. It was a bogey all the way. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, bro, like, yeah.
But I think that's what made
Oh,
Hideki's round just unbelievable, man.
right.
For
He
him
played
to
his
pull a
game.
birdie out of this, like you said,
Hmm.
ended up short, played it short, had a chance to go in the pins on that Sunday pin, backside of that green, and was able to land short of the hole with the putt going back uphill.
I
So
mean, he's in the best angle. You see it. You
yeah,
play like a little low runner. You pull out your 50 or your pitching wedge. It's going to check release, and it's going to take the slope. It's a little split, little ridge in the middle from
yep,
like back right, front left, middle, and stuff like that. So, bro, there was space for you to finagle this and have a shot at it. But, to
yeah.
each their own. You're going to
Let's
play
keep
it
it
the way you
rolling.
want to play it. Yeah. 11 par 5. You got to take
11.
advantage.
This straightforward hole. This is they call it the bowling alley. It was just straight down. If you weren't birdieing this hole, you were losing strokes to the field. So
Yeah.
he gets up there, does what he has to do, ends up a little bit left, of the hole, gets up there, chips it up, easy bird. Same thing on number 13. Played short of the hole. Actually, back it. Let me back it up. 12. My God. So this whole all week was driving me nuts. I do not. This is one of those holes where I was referring to earlier that players refuse to start it out on the left side of this fairway
Hmm.
and let it bleed over. They were fighting it and going right down the right hand side of the tree line. And you could tell if they started it right on the tree line, just slightly left of the tree line, you were going to end up in that right.
Yeah.
And you were pretty much setting yourself up for a really tough up and down for a par or a bogey. Killer hole all week for this man on Sunday to get up there and put it in the fairway and ended up with a birdie on number 12. Not only I think from a strokes gain perspective do you gain, you're probably gaining close to 2 strokes on the field by birdieing this hole this week.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Definitely.
Somebody else, I'm trying to think who else finished very close to the top of the lead that also did something similar and ended up birdieing. It was not Zalatoris. Zalatoris ended up parring it. Luke List ended up bogeying, or yep, he bogeyed it too. Cantlay parred it. Schauffele bogeyed it. It was just a tough hole. So to come away with a birdie on number 12, superb. I think that
Yeah.
that probably, if not clinched it, really, secured that he was going to do well, take off from there.
Yeah.
Um, Number 14 again, just ho hum. This honestly, I watched this, in real time. This was an incredible shot. This green feeds down to the left, so where number one his tee shot ended up in the middle of the green actually was a little bit more center. Ended up catching the slope and rolling down to that point, and then
Hmm.
an easy ish two putt from there. But I can't tell you again, just that shot was on a rope. He was
Yeah.
playing some golf at this point. Um and another tough hole, 15. A lot of players ended up in the left hand rough all week. Again, I was like, where are the cuts, bro? Like, where are these cuts that they tell us that pro players hit these days? Because they kept overdrawing this, holding on. They'd end up in the left hand rough, not
Yep.
able to get up and down. They were ending up in the front of the green, having to scramble for par. So for Hideki to get on in, right below the hole, just like you said, flagging it, bro.
Yeah.
Easy birdie, easy
Easy.
birdie, nuts. Again, another. I think that's why that ended up leading. He ended up clinching this, with a strong lead at the end because again, this is two strokes on the field.
Yeah.
The way people were playing. Also, 16 was playing
Same thing.
incredibly tough. Yeah, incredibly tough. I think I duplicated the green look there. So, but again, the boy was balling. I
Yeah.
mean, nuts. 17
You had to birdie it.
had to
Again,
birdie it. Or
I mean, all three par fives that they have out there, like you pretty much have to birdie. Like
yeah,
first one, it makes you lay up, but even then, these dudes hitting they three woods 300. So you telling
yeah,
me they can't hit it to the end of the fairway, and then hit they 6 or 7 iron accurately enough to have an eagle putt or something like that? You got
yeah,
195 in. These guys, some of these guys are pumping a 7 iron in there and just trying to juice it if it's downwind enough, or letting it roll out, or be lofting it a little bit. But dude, I mean, that's 111. You got to, bro, Luke List didn't even really hit a good drive and still had 5 iron into the green from 216 out,
yeah,
flagged it some serious. Well, he hit the bunker short right, but it was on line. Shoffley hit the same bunker, hold out for eagle. You thought he was
yeah.
right back in it, but then he fell back off. Very next hole, bogeyed it.
Now,
Like,
Shoffley had a clean front nine, but
yeah,
had no bogeys, no birdies, just parred out on the front nine. You got to go get it, bro. You're in the lead,
that
or not in the
last
lead,
group was
but
kind of
you got to
embarrassing,
go. Yeah, I was
if I'm
talking
being
to I
honest.
was out playing. Yeah, when I was playing today, I was like, you're gonna see who's got that killer instinct today. When buddies start playing together, and one can go chase down the other one, you're gonna see who's got the gumption. And at the end of the day, to me, Cantlay and Shoffley both prove that when it comes to the it being it guys, I don't
They
think
don't have
either
that
one of
dog in
them
them.
they don't have that dog at all,
Like,
man.
it's crazy to me though, bro, because like, bro, it's just like what you said originally, bro. If we're the homies and we're in a final group, some texts had been sent. They had to have.
You get a lot of stuff out of this channel, y'all. A little business knowledge, a little technical golf knowledge, a little BS in here and there. You're in a well-rounded environment. So, uh,
Absolutely.
hit that subscribe button, hit that membership button. We got you covered on all things golf.